Hello and welcome to Everything Lenny. Today, we will be discussing how to start a successful podcast. Podcasts have become an increasingly popular medium in recent years, providing a unique platform to share ideas, stories, and experiences. However, starting a podcast can seem overwhelming, especially if you're new to the medium. In this video, we will be sharing some tips and strategies that can help you start a successful podcast. Tip #1. Identify your niche and audience. When starting a podcast, it can be tempting to want to cover a broad range of topics or try to appeal to a wide audience. However, it's important to remember that the most successful podcasts are often the ones that focus on a specific niche or topic. By honing in on a particular subject, you can establish yourself as an expert in that area and create content that is more valuable and engaging for your listeners. To identify your niche, think about the topics that you are most passionate about and that you have the most knowledge or experience in. For example, if you are a fitness enthusiast, you could create a podcast focused on health and wellness tips, or if you are a tech expert, you could create a podcast that covers the latest trends and developments in the industry. The key is to find a topic that you are genuinely interested in and that you can speak about with authority and enthusiasm. Once you have identified your niche, it's important to also think about who your target audience is. Consider the demographics of your ideal listener, such as their age, gender, location, and interests. What type of content would they be interested in hearing? What challenges or pain points do they have that you can help address? By understanding your target audience, you can create content that is tailored to their needs and interests, which can help to build a loyal following. In addition to identifying your niche and target audience, it's also important to consider the competition in your chosen area. Are there already established podcasts covering the same topic? If so, how can you differentiate yourself and offer something unique? Consider what perspectives or insights you can bring to the conversation that others might not be covering, or how you can present your content in a more engaging, more entertaining way. Ultimately, identifying your niche and audience is a crucial first step in creating a successful podcast. By focusing on a specific topic, understanding your audience's needs, and differentiating yourself from the competition, you can create content that resonates with your listeners and builds a loyal following over time. Tip #2. Invest in quality equipment. When it comes to producing a successful podcast, having high-quality equipment is essential. Your listeners will be able to tell the difference between a podcast recorded with professional equipment and one that is recorded with a low-quality microphone and software. While it's true that you don't need to break the bank to get started, investing in the right equipment can make a big difference in the overall sound quality of your podcast. One of the most important pieces of equipment you'll need is a good microphone. This is the tool that will pick up your voice and ensure that it sounds clear and crisp. There are many options on the market, from affordable USB microphones to high-end XLR microphones. It's important to choose a microphone that is well suited to your needs and budget. If you're just starting out, a USB microphone may be a good choice, as it's easy to use and doesn't require additional equipment. Another important piece of equipment is recording software. This is the tool that will capture and save your audio files. Again, there are many options on the market, from free software like Audacity to more advanced options like Adobe Audition or Logic Pro. When choosing recording software, consider your level of experience and the features you need. If you're just starting out, free software can be a good way to get started without investing too much money. In addition to a microphone and recording software, there are a few other pieces of equipment that can improve the overall production quality of your podcast. A pop filter is a screen that is placed in front of the microphone to reduce the popping sound that can occur when saying words with the letter P or B. This can improve the clarity of your voice and make it easier for your listeners to understand what you're saying. Headphones are also an important tool for podcasting. They allow you to monitor the sound quality of your recording in real time, which can help you identify any issues and make adjustments as needed. Additionally, using headphones can prevent your microphone from picking up any external sounds, like the sound of your computer fan or background noise. Finally, a microphone stand can also be a useful tool for improving the overall quality of your podcast. By holding your microphone steady, you can reduce any noise that may be caused by handling the microphone or accidentally bumping it. This can help to create a more consistent sound throughout your recording. Tip #3. Plan your episodes in advance. One of the keys to producing a successful podcast is staying organized and focused. Planning your episodes in advance can help you achieve this by providing a clear structure and direction for your content. A content calendar is an effective tool for organizing your podcast episodes and staying on track. This calendar should outline the topics you plan to cover and the dates when each episode will be released. By creating a content calendar, you can ensure that you are consistently producing high-quality content that resonates with your audience. In addition to a content calendar, creating a script or outline for each episode is another important step in planning your podcast. This can help you to stay on track and ensure that you cover all the important points. A script can also help to maintain a consistent flow throughout the episode, making it easier for your listeners to follow along and engage with your content. When creating a script or outline for your podcast, it's important to consider your audience and their interests. Think about the main points you want to cover and how you can present them in a way that is engaging and informative. You may want to include anecdotes, stories, or examples to illustrate your points and make your content more relatable. Additionally, consider the length of your episodes and how you can structure your content to keep your listeners engaged and interested throughout the episode. Another important consideration when planning your podcast episodes is to think about any guests you may want to feature. Guests can bring a unique perspective to your content and add variety to your episodes. Consider reaching out to experts in your field or individuals with a unique perspective on your topic. By featuring guests on your podcast, you can provide valuable insights to your audience and attract new listeners who are interested in the perspectives of your guests. Tip #4. Promote your podcast. Once you have produced several episodes of your podcast, it's time to start promoting it to build your audience. Without promotion, your podcast is unlikely to reach its full potential, so it's essential to invest time and effort into promoting it effectively. One of the first steps to promoting your podcast is creating a website or social media accounts for it. This provides a central hub where your listeners can find and engage with your content, as well as providing a platform for you to promote your podcast to a wider audience. On your website, you can provide information about your podcast, such as episode summaries, guest bios, and links to your social media accounts. Additionally, you can use your social media accounts to share snippets of your episodes, promote new episodes, and interact with your listeners. Another effective way to promote your podcast is to reach out to other podcasters and bloggers in your niche. Networking with other content creators can help you to expand your reach and connect with potential listeners who are interested in your content. Consider reaching out to other podcasters or bloggers in your niche and asking if they would be interested in promoting your podcast on their platform. In return, you could offer to promote their content on your own podcast or social media accounts. In addition to networking with other content creators, advertising your podcast can also help to increase its visibility and grow your audience. There are a variety of platforms you can use to advertise your podcast, including social media platforms, podcast directories, and paid advertising platforms. Social media advertising can be particularly effective, as it allows you to target specific demographics and interests, and can be relatively inexpensive compared to other forms of advertising. When promoting your podcast, it's important to keep your audience in mind and tailor your approach to their preferences. Consider what platforms your audience is most active on and focus your efforts on those platforms. Additionally, think about what type of content your audience is most interested in and create promotional material that speaks to those interests. By focusing on your audience and tailoring your approach to their preferences, you can increase the effectiveness of your promotional efforts and grow your audience more quickly. In conclusion, starting a successful podcast requires planning, effort, and dedication. By identifying your niche and audience, investing in quality equipment, planning your episodes in advance, promoting your podcast, engaging with your listeners, and continuously improving, you can create a podcast that resonates with your audience and builds a loyal following. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.